girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their
Hello everyone and welcome Crash here. This is RTA Motorsports. Alright, hello everyone and welcome Crash here. This is RTA Motorsports. And today we're going to be jumping into iRacing with the PIMAX Crystal light headset we got on right now. Noticed a lot of seems to be feedback coming through the mic. So if you guys are noticing anything that sounds like feedback or anything harsh, let me know. Hopefully that's not the case. That's why I kind of put it back on mute there for a second there, but I think you may have gotten it handled. Nice. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thanks for noticing my new style. All right, so let's switch this over here. We do have our chat going. We have our chat bot, so that way I can hear you all while inside the car. I don't know if that would work out very well. Jesse, speaking of which, have you ran into any issues with race labs lately? I've been noticing it seemingly turning off. All right, but we're in the GT, I believe this is the GT Sprint Series, and we're at Silverstone. Yep, this is the SimCube GT Sprint Series. We got
Cars and coffees. I haven't used race labs in a long time.
Really? What are you using now?
Cars and coffees. I use overlays.
Oh, okay. You like it better? Do you feel like it's using less resources? May have to look into them as well. So it will say the username.
Cars and coffees. Way better.
Way better. Okay.
Cars and coffees. Easier to use.
Okay. All right. I do have to get used to it saying the username every single time, but I feel like now at least I know who's talking. But it is kind of funny. Oh, it's saying it every single time. All right. So right now I did boost up some of the settings a little bit. We
Cars
did take
and
off.
coffees. I'm just using the free version.
Oh, really? Okay. I actually noticed that nothing on ours actually showed up. Let me go through and reset these because it doesn't look like we have anything kind of going. And 2 days ago, I already did this.
Christina
Interestingly
Coffee.
enough.
You are going to scare the girls.
That's the point, though. No, they won't get scared. They're used to my antics. They're actually tired of me by now. I put on a VR headset. Sadie just huffs and puffs and then walks away. She's like, she's over it. She doesn't really care. Let's see. Weird, I'm having to refresh. Maybe there was an update and that's why it shut off. Very possible. There we go. Liking that so much better. Okay. All right, so we have both the vertical and the live stream set up. Let's get on track. See what this thing feels like. So again, so far I have actually bumped the settings a little bit because the last stream, everything worked really well. We bumped it up to 90, so it's holding 90 now. As far as the frames per second. Before we did 120 frames per second, but then halved it. So we were at 60, and it was holding it very smooth. We'll see what our experience is like today. If I could keep it on the track. It is running very smooth right now, especially being that I am live streaming. We did take foveated rendering off, which foveated rendering, wow, I can't even keep the car on the track. Foveated rendering blurs the outside edge of the lens out of the center of the lens, and there are some headsets like the PIMAX Crystal Super, which has active eye tracking. It'll actually see where your eyes are focused on and then foveate the rendering outside that area, so that way you're not really having
Cars
extremely...
and coffees. GT3 cold tires take a couple laps to heat up.
Yeah, the new cold tires that they have. Yeah. But also, I haven't really ran at Silverstone for a long time. Especially in VR, so this is just, you know, it's a little bit, not disorienting, but, you know, you almost feel like you have to get your bearings, you know? Totally different view. But yeah, so it renders the outside area of the image that your eyes are not focused on at a lower resolution. Being that this headset does not have active eye tracking, it just renders everything out of the center of the lens at a lower resolution, which is fine, and you can set how much you want it to do it. And it definitely saves on resources, but we're testing a headset, so I definitely want to push the experience as far as I can, especially now while we're live streaming, just so I can really give that full experience to you all when we do this review. I know there's a setting, someone told me yesterday, there's a setting for motion compensation.
Are you using SimHub for the G-Belt or the SimX software?
No, I'm not using SimHub. I'm using SimXperience's software because it's the SimXperience G-Belt, which we still have to do the review on. I think I've worked out all the kinks for my system, and I have figured out kind of some of the issues I was having in the beginning. So I think we really need to get this review going for this G-Belt. But it's all running through the SimXperience software, which is actually running my wheel. I have the SimXperience AccuForce Pro V2. That turn got me again. Would love to run behind somebody. So right now we're just in an open practice. We have the race starting in about 20-25 minutes.
32. Thanks. Looking forward to the review.
Yeah, no worries. What type of rig do you have? But like I was saying before, I know some people were pointing out the SimXperience, I mean not the SimXperience, the PIMAX software has a provision in place for motion cancellation, although when I click on it, there's no option there. So I'm going to reach out to their team on Discord and see exactly how that works, or maybe it's going to be in a future iteration. But they do have, looks like motion cancellation. That's going to be an option in the future, especially for us that have motion rigs. It helps tremendously, especially when you're in a rig that you could lose like
32. P1X and custom ads.
Nice.
Picked up the G-Belt second hand and just installed today.
Oh, so you have the SimXperience G-Belt as well? You can pay for the software, I think, and just get the belt working. That is an option. I don't think the software is free, especially if you buy it secondhand, but it's really not that expensive. I think it's like 30 bucks or something like that, if I remember correctly.
32. Yep.
I know SimHub is free though, so it would be, I know some people that actually use SimHub as their motion software for everything. I just never really delved into it, so I wouldn't be a good resource.
32. License was transferred to me.
Oh, really? This
Cars
turn
and coffees.
has gotten me every time.
I'm going to do some practice for tonight's 2-hour IMSA Michelin pilot race. I have you up.
All right, bud. And if anyone wants to see that race, definitely look at Cars and Coffees. Obviously, you heard it a bunch of times with my new speaker bot software. But Cars and Coffees, it's my good friend Jesse. We went to Monterey Car Week together. Posted a lot of live streams and video footage from the different car shows, and that was us together. So definitely take a look at him. Take a look at his channel. I feel so out of sorts here at Silverstone. Not because I'm in necessarily VR. I mean, VR is adding that level onto it, but I just feel like I need to learn the circuit all over again. So this is just going to take me a little bit to kind of get my bearings, and I think a lot of it is just out of practice here at Silverstone. So good thing we didn't just jump into a race session. I clearly do not remember it as much as I thought I did. No bueno, no bueno at all. We'll get it. And you know, VRS.
32. I have a PIMAX Crystal LLGHT2. Love it.
Really? How are you liking the headset? I should ask also, what settings are you using? Are you running it on low, medium, high? Do you leave fixed foveated rendering on?
Dirty Jerks 32. Love it. Mid settings right now.
Mid
Turn
settings.
that off.
I'm sorry, you said you turned fixed foveated rendering off? I'm on mid right now. I was on low for this last stream that we did, I think like 2 nights ago. This looks absolutely incredible. I love the local dimming. It really, it gets dark in this headset.
Dirty Jerks 32. Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Really can go quite a bit faster through there. One thing VR really demonstrates that sometimes on monitors it's not really apparent is some of these circuits are so wide. There it is again. I think that will open up the ability to really battle a little bit closer with some of the other cars on track, with a little bit more natural feeling of distance and scale. You don't really get that on monitors. Although I love racing on my monitors, that's generally how I do it. Because I do have button boxes that I'm not able to see when I'm in VR. I gotta remember to keep speed through there. Trying to be patient in some of these corners.
Dirty Jerks 32. Interested in hearing how the G-Belt works with SimHub for comparisons, but I wasn't able to get it going.
Yeah, I kind of wonder how that setup would actually work. Or if it would recognize it. I'm sure there's got to be a way to get it working. I use SimHub for my my dash displays on like my GT3 wheel I have. But that's pretty much it. I don't really use SimHub beyond that, but I did see there is motion controls, and on I'm trying to think what the name of, there's a forum that a lot of people that have motion rigs, DIY motion rigs, a lot of them do things through there as far as like posting their builds and how-to guides. I'll see if I can find anything for SimHub on there for these belts in particular. That last section there, right at one time, it felt pretty good. One thing this car is very notorious for is corner entry oversteer, corner exit understeer, and you really, I mean, that was not the fault of the car. That was me taking that corner way too hot there. But I don't think this is like the most ideal car probably for this track. Could have chosen a few other cars that probably would have been a little bit easier to drive, but there's something about this car, besides, you know, that I like just Corvettes in general, but there's something about this car that really always keeps me coming back. And I think it's just fun to have that fight with the car itself. The other thing with VR, and I know I've touched on this many times, but you really get an amazing sense of speed, and you don't really get too much, unless you're on like really big triple screens, where you can see out of the side windows to a good degree. But in VR, being that you're getting that virtual sense of scale and size.
Hey Legends. Quick Shift Racing. What's up?
What's going on, Quick Shift? But yeah, being that you're getting that nice virtual sense of size and scale of everything, you also kind of get a sense for distance and how fast you're approaching things, although it's not helping me right now. We're not really having a great time learning this circuit, but I think we'll be fine before the race starts. We're definitely doing better now than we were the first few laps when we first came on track here. This turn here keeps getting me. I keep forgetting the late apex on that turn. Almost wish I could get out with a spray can and just like spray the marker bright yellow or bright green or something to remind me. But that's what practice is for, right? There is also, when you get your setups through VRS, if you use VRS, there's tutorials for each car specific for each track that they load up, which is really nice. Just, I didn't really take the time to watch the whole video. It's a really in-depth video and probably would have helped me out quite a bit. Come on, turn. See what time it is. Oh! We got 10 minutes before the race session. Or is that lead apex? Okay.
Dirty Jerds 32. Thanks for answering the questions, Crash.
Oh yeah,
Love
no
your
worries.
content, appreciate you always delivering.
Thank you. I greatly appreciate that. Anytime, that's why I'm here. And as usual, if I can't find the answer, if I don't know it, I'll be the first to admit it, and I'll do my best to try to find that answer for you. Oh, we lost it. I love how iRacing seems to think you cut the course when you spin like that. But I know those rear tires got to be burning up, so let's just take it a little bit easy for a little bit. let's go back to the pits. And I think I have like a few minutes left. Let's see if we could... Let's try the qualifying setup. See what the qualifying setup feels like. Yeah, we got 6 minutes for race start. Oh, the session is over completely. Oh, okay. Alrighty. And we'll take the moment, take a break before the race starts. Bring this over. Beautiful. All right. So we got about 5 minutes until the race start. Let me register for the race session. That's actually pretty cool. It actually worked out really well. Kind of wonder what everyone's going to be running. I really feel like there's better choices. Maybe the Ferrari or the Porsche 911 GT3R, even the BMW M3. I mean M4. They seem to almost excel at these like multi-turn courses where you have a lot of, you know, tight chicanes and things like that. So well, we'll see. We'll make the best of it. I really like the C8. I like the fight of it, the challenge of it. I know it's not gonna, you know, as far as my driving ability, I'm sure there's a lot of room that could be had, and I've seen a lot of people winning races with it in iRacing. So if you do pick up or if you do own one of these headsets, make sure you're just running it in OpenXR, and then in the PiPlay app, or I want to call it PiTools, a PIMAX Play client, you're going to want to set OpenXR as the default runtime for this headset. It works so well and it looks so good in comparison to, you know, trying to channel it through Steam VR or anything like that. Very much recommend everyone just uses OpenXR as a default runtime for this headset. All right, so we got the got iRacing loading up again. We only got about 3 minutes now until the race starts, so if you have any questions, definitely let me know. We do have chat up and running. Thank you everyone who's joining in from both. All right, here we go. 90%. We're almost in. All right, let's switch this over. We are back in. There we go. Okay. You know what? I'm going to make this a little bit bigger on the vertical. If you're joining in the vertical, let's make the race screen a little bit bigger here.
Courtney McGregor, Gaming
Matching
with
car and
UNC.
track data found in SimXperience database. Profile modified.
Hey brother, just found a new video for setting up the PIMAX.
Oh, really? What's the name of the channel? Just so you could shout it out and we could all use it together. Actually move this down to here. Cool. Had to make some adjustments to the vertical. This looks so good. The glass lenses, the aspheric lenses, it did such a good job with. There is still a little bit of, like, if you turn your head to the side, the image does get a little bit blurry, off center. It's really not too bad. It's nowhere near as bad as like foveated, I mean not foveated, Fresnel lenses that we experience in like the Quest 2, Valve Index, things like that. Still looks really good. The image does blur as you go to the periphery of the lenses. So, you know, don't expect it to be clear all the way through. And I do have foveated rendering turned off. But like if I'm sitting here and I'm glancing down at that rear view camera mirror right there, when I'm glancing down, it looks completely clear. But if I look off to the right side where that pit crewman is, that's where it starts getting blurry. All right, so now it's having me get out of the practice session and into the race session. So let's do that.
Courtney McGregor, Gaming with UNC. Immersive Games TV.
Okay. Thank you. So we definitely got to check out Immersive Games TV. I'm going to be definitely checking that out just to make sure that the setup that we are currently running with, because I don't know if you've seen when we started the stream here, I bumped the settings up a little bit. So we're not running half frames to 60 from 120 to 60. I am just running 90. So I did take that half frame rate off. Also taken off smart smoothing and taken off fixed foveated rendering. And then we went through, and in case anyone's not a VR enthusiast here, we went and explained what foveated rendering is and how it can benefit your frame rate. But I mean, again, this headset in a horror game with the local dimming and how dark this headset gets, it feels almost like, oh man, wow, what am I looking for? Not LED, not LCD, the panels that we had in the past, like in the Samsung, that wasn't the Quest headset. The Samsung, wow, I can't think of anything now. But the older Samsung headsets, the screens they were utilizing, which I can't seem to remember the name of for whatever reason, when the pixels turned off, it just turned off. So, you know, the dark gameplays really were dark. But I love how you cannot perceive any sort of pixelation. There is rendering like noise that I'm noticing in the distance, and that's purely because we have it on medium as far as the image quality. But in the distance, being able to actually read the markers. And right now I am streaming as we're playing VR and I'm still hitting 90. And it's so smooth. How is this possible? Like, I couldn't get this performance really reliably out of my Quest 3, to be honest with you. I think this is like OpenXR, PIMAX, like magic going on right now. I mean, I can get the Quest 3 running at 90, But like in the beginning with my 4090 and this CPU, it wasn't perfect. And but this looked so much better, and it's a higher resolution, higher FOV. I mean, I remember back when the test was, can you read your dash? Can you actually see the numbers on your dash? Like, has anyone been in VR long enough in sim racing to remember when that was like, that was the thing? Can you actually just read your dash? Forget anything on track. Forget the numbers. You would just like go according to like first, second, third marker. Not really.
Gaming with UNC. Oh man. I will have to watch this video from the beginning.
You don't necessarily need to. We got in the car pretty quick. But it was, you know, I was having some issues learning the circuit in the very beginning, so there's not really great driving going on there. But, you know, I just mainly talked about, you know, what was fixed foveated rendering, how it could benefit people. But since I jumped in, you know, we made those few changes, and we've just been driving ever since. It's been really, really smooth, so.
Courtney McGregor, gaming with UNC. Looks great.
Good, good. Thank you. See, normally, like live streaming, VR is extremely difficult. Even if the experience that I'm experiencing in the headset, sometimes what you guys experience in the stream doesn't look good. And, you know, a lot of that's on purpose because you want the quality in the headset to be good, so. But, I mean, have we really come that far? Have I been out of VR for that long that things have gotten so much better so quickly? I just did not know. All right, green flag's out. Here we go, first time lap. We're getting. I thought for sure we were getting off track there. We did not. It's not going to be a real competitive lap time, but as long as we get a lap time down, a lot of times that puts us mid-pack. Here is that late apex turn. Nice. Gotta be patient. Darn. All right. I had a feeling I was kind of going at it a little bit too hot into that turn. Laps won't until I reset to the pits. Really? Since when did they start doing that? I don't know if we're gonna get a qualifying lap down. This is painful. It's hard for me to be patient on some of these turns. feel like I'm almost at a dead stop. Oh, we never turned on crew chief. I need to get crew chief going. I'm like, how come I'm not being talked to right now? Really get low speed, this car understeers. It's a little bit frustrating. Fuel lights on. We didn't get the full lap in. But I gotta turn crew chief on, so let's get crew chief going.
Copy that, let's do this. This is your eye in the sky checking in.
There we go. One thing I definitely want to do is I think I hit my hair with the headset, and it started getting some sweat all over the lenses that was starting to fog up, so gotta remember, you don't have to wrench this headset down. The headband is a really good design.
One lap to green. Line up on the right side. The estimated SOF is 1020. Pit road is closed right now. Tight field today. Look for opportunity.
That's a really cool livery there. A teal and green. That's actually really nice.
60 seconds.
All right, so we're starting P15. Looks like we got a full grid, if I had to guess. $25 cars. I'm going to turn the tires off.
30 seconds.
There we go. And once we can, we will turn auto fuel on, because we will have a fuel stop on this. It's a 40-minute race session, I believe.
Seconds. Once you're cold, let's get a little bit minutes.
Yep, 40 minutes.
5 cars.
I love crew chief.
Rolling slow here. Stay behind number in the right lane.
We're gonna be staying behind Marinio Danucci. Hopefully I didn't
Speed
say
is
that correctly.
46 miles per hour. Check your switches, get ready.
This is not gonna be a whole lap. We really gotta make sure we get some heat in there.
Go, go, go.
Oh, we're coming across. Thank goodness they gave me the right away there.
The next car ahead of us is
Oh, I never changed my setup.
license.
No! I never changed my setup to the race setup.
Great start, man.
Oh, you're kidding me. I was like, why does this car feel so good?
On your left. Hold your line. Clear on the left side. Car in front of us, Moreno, car clear.
You're kidding me. I can't believe I did that. Noob mistake. For sure.
On the left. Still there, stay with them. Left side clear. Car right. Still there. Clear to your right. You got 3 laps of fuel left. Next car ahead is Ignacio, car number 30A license.
Currently P12.
done up to 2.81. The gap behind is now 0.9. E13. 2 laps of fuel left. You've just run up 207.33.
On your right, clear on the right side, right. Hold it. Clear right.
There's an accident in turn 6. It looks like Amelia. Rudolph, car number 16, is now leading. There's an incident in our field. Looks like it's Amelia. Gave us a cut warning.
I'm gonna have to pit in right here. When we get to the pit entrance.
It's a good lap for Rudolph. 2.58.
Car left. Left.
Should come out of the pits at 8:21. Front left, 97. Set. Left rear, 98.
We're done. Keep going.
So frustrating. Can't believe I did that. I was in the mix there.
Okay, yes, it's clear. Go, go, go.
And we have a lot of work to do to catch up.
Car fellows, Giovanni, car number 15.
Oh no!
There's a wreck in turn 3. I think it's the air. The guy in front is Eric, car number 25. A-class license. The rating is 0.6. The fuel window's going to open on lap 5 and closes on lap 17. It's going to be quickest lap for Nick, 2:01.57.
Like the tires cooled right down. We're in a little bit of a hole. The next car ahead's 13 seconds ahead. Cars behind are about 10 seconds behind, so... we're going off track.
Got a track. Gonna need to give up some time here if you don't want to. Down out back is now 9.9 seconds. The track temps decreasing. It's now 86 degrees. 7 seconds. Let your fingers activate. Alright, our window's open.
Six seconds ahead is P20.
The leader's just run 2 from 1.37. I think we're going to come out in position 22. Track's cooling down. It's now 82 degrees. Emilio, fitting for P19. I think he's going to come out just in front of you. There's a wreck in the loop. There's a wreck in
Cars and
five.
topics. How's the race so far?
Race is going pretty good, except I forgot to take my qualifying setup off. So we had to like pit after the first few laps and fuel up. So not perfect. We were in the mix like P12, P13. We were mixing it up with them before I had to pit. So now I'm just fighting back for positions, unfortunately.
There's a wreck in.
Cars
I
and
think it might be Gary and yeah.
Rookie.
I know.
Cars and copies. LOL.
Definitely a rookie mistake. I couldn't believe I did it. Once we were already going through the first lap, I realized what happened, and I was face palming all the way back to the pits after a few laps of running with everyone.
You're reeling, P19. Yeah, gap's down to 0.6. You're slower than us entering left field.
Oh. I wonder if he has damage. Yeah, he's letting us
Car to your
go.
left. New left.
Gave us a cut warning there. Now, incident points.
That was not clean at all. I don't know what the heck I was trying to do there. I forgot it tightened up. I thought he was letting us go. Oh, man. Come on, Crash.
P19. Gary behind is pitting. Gap to 20th. Behind is increasing. It's now 6. Guy ahead of Sir's car number 7. There's an incident in turn 6. Looks like it's nearly.
You got 12 seconds to the next car ahead.
There's an accident in left field. It looks like nearly. Track tim's falling. It's now 78 degrees. We got 20 minutes left here. P18. There's an incident in Abby. I think it's Seth. There's a wreck in farm curve. I think it might be Seth. There's a wreck in turn 3. Looks like it's Seth. Next car ahead is 1 lap down. good tracking in the morning. You have 6 incident points.
We got 2 AMGs back to back here.
Gap 2, Eric, behind is increasing. Gap 2,
guys.
75, D17. Okay, halfway through here. Estimated it's about 8 laps of fuel remaining.
Oh.
You're reeling, D16, in. Gap's down to 1.2.
I wonder if we're going to have enough fuel. Because we did that fuel stop earlier. And I wonder if we're going to have enough fuel at the end of this race, or to make it to the end of the race with that one fuel stop we did. Or fuel stops may be mandatory. Jesse, if you're still in this chat, is fuel
Cars
stops
and
mandatory?
copies. You will likely need a splash.
Yeah. Let's see where we are at now.
That's half your tank.
Huh. Would I get DC'd by not going for my fuel stop? During the pit window time?
Cars and copies.
Good lap, what's your quickest so far?
You will run out of fuel.
Eric, behind is pitting.
Getting distracted by trying to change my... I need to really make it a button to change my block box here.
Cars and copies. BRB.
Alright, thanks.
We've got 15 minutes.
Gonna have to wait for the next straight.
Gap ahead now, 2. Giovanni, it's pitting 13. Looks like they'll come out just behind you. Car ahead is pitting.